Greetings, Medusinites. My name is Christelle and welcome to episode 3 of BCC, the Big Coffee Conversation. I hope you enjoyed the first 2 episodes and are ready for episode 3. Now let me tell you, this is a very, very special episode. The reason? Because I'm the host. No, I'm just kidding. It is special because we have not one, but 2 guests on this episode today. And let me tell you, it is going to be amazing. Now, I'm sure you want me to tell you who these 2 guests are, but I want you to guess. So I'm going to give you a few clues. All right, so are you ready? So clue number 1. Our 2 guests are among the chiefs of Meducent. Okay? Clue number 2. They are our support. And clue number 3. One is the leader of our finances and the other is the leader of our resources. Have you guessed them yet? I'm sure you have. My clues were very, very easy. Okay, so yes, our 2 guests today are Dhiren Kapadia and Kranti Munje. So welcome Kranti and Dhiren to episode 3 of BCC. How do you guys feel being here?
Good, feeling like a celebrity.
Yes. What about you, Dhiren?
Wonderful. Yeah,
Wonderful. Yes. So are you all ready?
Absolutely.
What do you think this episode is going to be about?
We thought a lot, but no clue.
No clue?
No clue.
And that's a good thing. The more it is a surprise, the better. Right? Okay, so of course this is going to be a conversation over some coffee that we have here. I will tell you a little brief. We have 3 segments to this coffee conversation today. And we'll start with the first segment. So the first thing that I'm sure all of us would like to know, all the viewers and everybody from Meducent, is how has your journey been with Meducent so far? So if you can tell us a little bit about that. Kranti, why don't you start?
It has been fantastic. It has been very enriching and it has made me discover myself.
Okay,
And very, very satisfying.
that's great. Dhiren?
Oh yeah, I would just echo what Kranti said. I think it's been a wonderful journey. Yeah, I still remember there were 4 of us in a room when medicine started, and when the 5th accountant would come in, one of us had to go home. That's how we had only 4 seats. So
Right.
it's come a long way since then to 2,500 people that we are today across the globe. Very enriching for me personally. Very satisfying and rewarding that we are what we are today, and I think we have a great future ahead.
That's great. That's wonderful. And you guys have had multiple milestones together with, in Meducent. So can you narrate a memorable milestone, something that is an unforgettable milestone that both of you experienced together, or even individually, that you can share with us? Anyone? There have been a lot. Exactly. So the most memorable one that comes to your mind or is the most striking one.
Maybe our first acquisition.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Maybe the first build out that we did in Ahmedabad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think mine go back a long way. We had, I think the first time we became profitable, I think that
Okay.
itself was way back in 2005, 2006, and we started. And like Kranti says, I mean, there have been so many steps that we've taken along the way. We had the first time when the responsibility was handed over by Sandeep and Rajiv. They both moved out as founding partners, and then we took over as CEO, etc. That was a big change. And then, like Kranti said, each acquisition has been a learning, as a milestone, as a learning stepping stone for us. And we've sort of grown along the way.
So you would say the first acquisition, or many things together along with it. The most memorable moment there.
Yeah, I would I don't know how to choose one over the other, but there are so many, that we've had, which have sort of helped us to become what we are today. And so each of those were in some way a milestone where we sort of started our onshore presence with the first acquisition. That's when we started managing a truly a US operational team, and growing that team to what it is today. So it was a milestone, yes.
Okay. All right. Great. In certain circles, both of you are known as D and K. Would you mind telling us something about that? And I'm sure a lot of people would like to know why are you known as D and K?
See, you know what? Finance and HR technically have to work together with each other, always hand in hand. We cannot have our backs to each other. And both of us understand that very well. And we work closely, very, very closely. In that process, we trust each other. We are always watchful about each other. Because, you know, finally it is about the organization. And one of us also falters, it will not be good for the organization. And that is how there's so many things that Dhiren and I do together, and a lot of things we do jointly, and certain things, functions are blurred, you know, they're joint, which is more related to people, benefits, money, etc. So that's how it is.
And then that's how the name
Yeah,
D and K.
and that DK was given by one of our colleagues, yeah, and he gave that name.
Okay. Right. Dhiren and Kranti. DK. Right?
I don't know if it should be surprising to you because I thought I was always known as DK. You know, Dhiren Kapadi.
Yeah, that's a different DK, and here we're talking about Dhiren and Kranti together, but that's wonderful to know. So can you let us know an awe-inspiring experience or instance that you guys had with Vipul? Something that really inspired you, you know, to be what you are today, or whatever it is, anything that inspired you, and of course with Vipul. And you guys can take turns to tell me if it's a different experience, that's also fine.
Well, we have that pretty much every other day.
Yeah.
Because, we have two left brains, he's one right brain. So
Okay. All right. We would really want to know how and why and how does that happen. So if you can tell us something like that.
Yeah, you know, quite a bit. So he'll bring in a different angle, you know. So we have to process guys, and we'll come in with some sort of thought on process and structure, and you know, Vipul has, I mean, to his credit, he thinks out of the box a lot of times. So I think there is, and it gives you a different spin to what you've been thinking about or what you're conventionally used to thinking about. So I think it is a learning experience for us.
Okay. So as both of you are vegetarian, yes, and both of you travel to the US a lot. So we would like to know a particularly difficult experience that you've had with food in the US. Again, this could be individually, or this could be together.
Oh wow! Yeah. You know, so there's one that really comes to mind.
So we closed the acquisition of Sensible in Texas, and you know we had first day of the acquisition we went to have dinner with the owners of Sensible,
Okay.
Barbara and stuff, and she took us to a seafood place.
Right.
Okay, so you can well imagine, you know, what it
Absolutely.
means for us, right? So we go in and we see a Caesar salad. So we, as Kranti and I would normally do, you know, the portions in the US are huge. We usually can't finish it, and
Okay.
we don't. So we always try and see if we can split it, right? So
Alright.
so we tell them, okay, get us the Caesar salad, right? And we said no meat and no fish.
No
I mean
fish.
sometimes the sauce can have fish in it, so we told them
Yeah.
that, right? And then Kranti says, okay, Kranti is allergic to cheese, right? So she says, she told me, okay, don't put any cheese.
Right.
And then when the Caesars comes in, all that we have is 4 leaves of lettuce, you know, one stacked on top of the other.
Beautifully cut.
So yeah,
Beautifully cut.
and then you know, she said, sorry, you know, the sauce we put in the Caesars had fish in it, so we took the sauce off. You said you were allergic to cheese, so we
So
took
there's
the
no cheese
off?
and all that we are left is with 4 leaves of lettuce, you know, eating rabbit food, and all these other guys are.
Oh my.
Dhiren, don't you remember, because we split that salad,
Yeah.
that salad had 1 cherry tomato. So
Yeah.
Dhiren got half and I got half.
Yeah.
And then Dhiren says, what is this? I said, just eat, you know, we can still eat it.
I can't believe you had olive leaves, lettuce leaves, and half a cherry tomato.
Well, that's what we ended up with.
Sure, I can only imagine the 4 leaves of lettuce. I can actually see it,
Topped
you know,
with the
with
cherry.
half Yeah, with half a cherry tomato. That is. So, do you still have experiences like this now when you go? Like, I'm sure now US has become a lot more vegan and a lot more vegetarian options. So, do you still have difficulties?
See, when we go to when we choose or decide to on a restaurant, we will typically say look at the menu and see if there are any vegetarian options out there.
Okay.
And even at least just one is good enough for us, and we don't need really lot many options.
Mm.
So as long as that one option is around, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
And I eat cheese. So,
So your options increase by a little more
Yeah.
as compared to
Me, yes.
Kranti. Oh
so
my.
I think, Maybe
Wow. At times like these, I am so happy that I'm a non-vegetarian because I don't have to think about all of these things. But thank you so much for sharing those experiences. All right, so Kranti, this question is for you. One person that you idolize or you look up to, and why?
There's no one person that I look up to
But if you had to choose one,
from history or from current scenario.
anybody, anyone.
It's very difficult because no one person can be complete.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the option then. History.
History, I admire Chhatrapati Shivaji because he was one man who almost changed the destiny of the country.
Okay. What about you, Dhiren? Someone that you idolize.
Well, I think I love reading what Warren Buffett has to say, right? I mean, it comes out of my natural love for stocks and stock markets.
Yes.
But yeah, I think again there are lots of people I wouldn't say I idolize, but I obviously can relate and enjoy hearing and listening to them
Okay.
when they speak. So I mean even for that matter, our Prime Minister Mr. Modi, in some ways, he's sort of created a era of hope, and at least there is something that you can look forward to in the long run with someone like him in office. So I think yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. That sounds good. Okay. So other than work, Dhiren, what relaxes you? Doing what relaxes you other than work?
Well, work doesn't relax me.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I just love at this stage of which I'm in my life. I like spending time with my kids. I love traveling. I try and see if I can take my my summer vacation with the kids somewhere. So we each year, so that I can get some quality time with them. Because it does happen that those 5 days a week, that the timings that I keep in office are such that by the time I don't really see my kids awake when I go home at night. So it's just I just see them off when they're leaving to school in the morning. So so I enjoy spending time with them. I love traveling, etc. And I think these are the two things that really
relax you.
Yeah.
And Kranti, your go-to place to relax or to unwind, a particular place.
My bed.
So are you somebody who can spend hours on your bed just
With a
relax
book.
with a book?
With a book.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say Netflix, but okay.
Netflix is number 2.
Number 2. Okay. So your bed is your go-to place.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so the last question for segment number 1. Now I'm going to give you a few things or names. You have to describe that in one word only. Okay? So I will say the same word for both of you, and each of you have to give me one word. Alright? So the first one is Salman Khan.
Rubbish.
Well, he's a mixed bag, I think.
Okay. Mark Zuckerberg.
Guy who really created something extraordinary.
One word.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
I think brilliant.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. This was segment number 1. We will move on to segment number 2, and this is going to be very interesting. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2 is, we have a name for it, and I'm sure you're looking at the glasses and thinking, what is this going to be about?
Absolutely.
Yes. So we have a name for this segment, and it's called Drink Up. Okay, so let me explain the rules to this. I'm going to ask you questions individually, and if you don't wish to answer the question, or if you give us a very vague not so straight answer. You have to choose one of these short glasses and consume what is in the glass.
Okay.
And once you consume that, we will remove that glass and you will have the choice of the other 4 left for this segment.
Okay.
Okay?
Is that a reward or a punishment?
It's entertainment.
And who decides if it's a straight answer or not?
Me. Me. So are you ready? Don't worry, we don't have a lot of them, but
Okay.
yes?
Yeah, yeah.
So are we good? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to start with you, Kranti.
Okay.
Alright, so if you had to recommend therapy to someone in Medusint, who would you choose and why? And now this could be any kind of therapy, but it has to be for somebody in Medusint.
Rohit, I want him to relax.
So what kind of therapy would you want him to go through?
Stress management.
Okay, and the advice is to relax. That is
Yes.
why. Okay, well done, Kranti. Good job. You escaped the shot glass. So Dhiren,
Right.
one thing you would like to change about Kranti?
Wait a second, I was thinking of an answer for that first question.
No, it's not going to be
I
the
thought
same.
of a good one.
It's not going to be the same. Do you want to answer that?
I'm happy to because now that
But
I've
then
thought
you
of
also have to answer this question.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Maybe you can at least give me a comp off if I if I get the first one better.
Okay. Yes.
So
tell
I
me.
think I would, and Shri, don't kill me for this. I'm going to suggest to Shri an extended holiday therapy. Okay. So when Shri takes his holidays, so he goes on. So he has a Saturday, Sunday. So Saturday he'll go to Shirdi. From there Sunday he'll go to Mahabaleshwar, and all these places. I mean, just so that people know, are like 200-300 kilometers apart. And Monday he's back in office. I was like, wait a second, what was the holiday then? You just spend all your time in the car, right? So and then just the last weekend, or the one prior, sorry, he went to Goa. He's like 2 nights in Goa, one night in North Goa, 1 night in South Goa, and then he's back.
He
And
actually did that.
yeah, and he does a red-eye flight. I was like, holy cow, how did you sort of pull that off? And with family and kids, so I think he needs an extended holiday therapy.
I tell you what his holiday was?
Yeah.
Not driving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Otherwise, knowing him, he will drive all
Right.
these places.
Oh yeah. I would be surprised if you would have taken the car and
Car,
gone.
yeah.
So,
Okay. So you want to answer that question?
Yeah,
then?
sorry, I forgot.
One thing you would like to change about Kranti?
One thing I would like to change about Kranti. Okay, wait a minute.
The shot glass is waiting.
Yeah, the way she fires me.
So it should be less or it should not happen
Okay.
at all.
Yeah, so
I'll be honest here, okay? More often than not. So Kranti will call me, she'll talk about something, and then I'll ask a question. Kranti, wait a second, I called you. You're not supposed to be asking me. If you wanted to ask me this, you should have called me. I was like, oh, okay, sorry. But no, I think, I think I can't think of something beyond that right now.
The lesser of the five.
Yeah.
Kranti. Okay. Alright, Kranti, your turn. What is your worst habit?
Worst habit. Nagging my son.
That's a habit.
Yeah, it's a habit. I think if you ask my son, he will say it's a habit.
So, okay, so that's the worst.
Especially if he's a 24-year-old and if
Oh,
a
yes,
girl
definitely.
nags him.
That's
It's bad.
Yeah. True. Okay, short glasses are waiting.
Yes.
Okay, my questions have to be a little. Okay, Dhiren, what is the first thing you would do if you woke up one day as the opposite sex and you cannot say go back to bed?
Well, I just live with it the way it is.
The first thing that you would do if you woke up one day and you saw that you were a woman.
Well, I'll be a stay-at-home mom. I just tried it, the unexpected break I would get. But, oh yeah, I would sort of, my sons would love me more.
So are you saying that they love their mom more
Oh,
than
they
you?
do.
They do? Okay.
Yes.
Do you think you'd make a beautiful woman?
Well, that's for you guys to judge.
Okay, so should we
Imagine
try it
that.
out one day?
Wait a second.
Maybe a makeover.
Just remember, if those classes don't get used, we are going to ask you some questions and judge you on this.
I'm the host here. Okay, but you guys are going so well. Come on, one shot
Yeah.
or something.
We're testing you.
Okay. All right. Kranti, if you could go back in time and erase one thing that you said or you did, what would it be?
Not remaining connected with my better content.
Okay. That is something that didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen after a point in time.
Okay. All right. Okay. Dhiren, what quality in you would you hate to see imitated in your children?
Well, quite a few. It was one. But yeah, I've never been an excel in sports, you know, so like I watch a few, but never really played so much. I would love to see them do things differently. I would, yeah, I think, you know, you've been sort of, I would love to see them get the sort of exposure that the world has to offer sooner than what sort of I experienced in my career. So,
When did that happen for you?
Well, a lot of it happened when I was in medicine, so
Okay.
few years, etc.
Few years.
Yeah, so when I mean,
you really realize that you know, getting some of the exposure early on, the global exposure early on in life does help you a lot.
Does
I
help.
mean, seeing Kranti's son is right now in the UK, and so I'm
Right.
sure it gives you a lot more visibility, or you know, a wider horizon in your thinking and the way you approach situations. So yeah, those are the things.
Okay. Wow. All right. I'm running out of questions and the short classes are still full. Okay, now this question is for both of you. Okay. The world ends next week and you can do anything that you want, even if it's illegal. What would you do?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if it is no, that's not an answer.
But that's I mean true.
Anything. The world ends. You know for a fact that you're not going to be alive anymore. So, what would you do?
I'll just be at peace with myself, because world may end, but you know, typically soul is an energy, so that will go on somewhere else. So it really wouldn't matter to me. It will be just any other day.
Oh, even if you knew the world was going to
Yeah,
end.
absolutely. Even if I knew tomorrow I'm dying, it wouldn't matter to me.
Oh, I really wish I could feel that way. Dhiren, you, what would you do?
Quite a few. I get the benefit of thinking my answers.
After Prati gives her answers. Okay, so the
Next
next time.
time.
Yes.
So,
Naturally, there's
oh,
no
we eat a
next
lot of chocolate. I would sort of, you know, what will I do? I'll probably fly a plane. I love the idea of, you know, if I wasn't doing what I was doing, I would probably be a pilot, you know. But, you know, unfortunately, sometimes, you know, you'll end up getting swayed into your father's footsteps. My father's an accountant, a CA, and, you know, sister, but the whole family of accountants. So, you know, you just go into that stream and sort of.
Okay, and that's the last one. And nobody has had a shot. No, these are just waiting.
so we're going to ask you some questions and we're going to see if
No,
you-
it cannot be the other way around.
It's as
Yeah.
simple as it gets.
No.
Are you sure? Let's
Yes.
give us one chance. Right?
No, no.
That's a very simple question.
No,
I'm always mispronounce your name. Do you think I'm going to get it right the next time?
No, you're not.
I'm not going to get it right.
Even though you have practiced it, I have full confidence that you're gonna forget. Because in the last 4 years you haven't got it right.
Well, let's
Dhiren.
put this one in Kranti's fridge. We're going to find out. And let's keep the chili.
I'm good with that. Okay, so that was the end of segment number 2, and thank you so much. You guys played so well, and I really thought my questions would really be, you know, would make you have, you know, these shots, but you guys are a lot stronger than I thought you are. So kudos to both of you. So are we ready for segment 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do that then. Okay, so we have segment number 3. So after segment number 2, how do you feel?
Good.
I'm sure you do. And I don't feel that good because all the short classes were just the way they are. But I'm very happy that that happened as well. Segment number 3 is called Let's Get Buzzed. Okay, but not in the literal sense. Okay, so we don't have alcohol here, but you can see that we have buzzers here, which means this is going to be a buzzer round. I'm sure we all know the rules to the buzzer round. I'm going to ask you questions, and whoever hits the buzzer first gets an opportunity to answer. And if the answer is right, then that person gets a point. And if it is wrong, then the other person gets the opportunity to answer, and then that person gets a point if it is right.
Okay.
Okay? So are we ready?
Yes.
Do you want the buzzers in your hand, or are you okay with leaning forward and buzzing
Just
it?
check it once.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, the positioning. Okay, are you ready? First question?
Yeah.
Okay. How many official logo changes have we had? You have to buzz. If you don't buzz, you're not allowed. How many official logo changes have we had? Yes, Dhiren.
3.
Correct. Right answer. 1 point for Dhiren. Okay. Question number 2. Who was the first employee of Medusint who is currently active? He's a part of our active list. The first employee of Medusint who is currently active.
Bharat Pujara.
Correct. So, there we go. 1 all. Wow. Okay. The next one is a little tricky. What is the date that the Medusint office officially moved from Goregaon to Andheri? Yes.
24th October 2009.
Okay. Great. Right. Awesome. Wow. Did you know that, Dhiren?
Well, now I know it.
So you were definitely getting this, Kranti.
Even if I could have got close, it would be the year. Definitely not the
Definitely
date.
not the date. Wow, Kranti actually remembered the date.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so we have Kranti leading with 2 and Dhiren 1. Come on, Dhiren. Which was the 4th acquisition for Medusint? Which was the 4th acquisition for Medusint? The company name and the date.
Okay.
Dhiren.
It was Avicenna, and it was happened in June of 2015. Yeah.
No, that's not the 4th acquisition. Kranti.
For that acquisition was. Wait a second. I'm supposed to know this better. Where did you get your answers from?
From sources that also know their answer.
Okay, so
Do
let
you
me
want
just.
to try? Do you want to
Yeah,
try?
Orlando.
So it was Bill America, then it was Compton,
Sensible.
Sensible, and then it was
And
Avicenna.
Now, it's not only, I did not mention
Oh,
US.
you're talking of Chennai as the first acquisition?
Oh.
So you wanna
Oh, then now
Okay.
we know it is
Not
sensible.
And Jan 1, 2014. Okay.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
See, that's what I said. Which was the 4th acquisition for Medusint?
Yeah.
So it was
Yes.
not the US.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay. So,
Okay.
2 all. 2 all. Okay. Now, this next round is going to be
In 1 minute, you should give me a point because I spoke of Chennai.
Yeah.
And then he talked of.
But the answers, you should have pressed the buzzer. That's the point.
But I initiated the answer.
No, this
But the
You
answer.
got 2 HR questions, okay? Which you went with moving in and employee number,
Okay.
which I couldn't get.
Okay.
She didn't ask any finance questions. So
You
Done.
cannot blame the questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is an audio round.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to play an audio and you have to recognize the voice.
Okay.
So, are you ready for the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm not sure what this is for, but it's been a great experience to have you.
Yes,
Barbara.
correct. So that's 3-2. Okay, next one. Come on, Dhiren. You can get this.
There was a time when people really had a way with words. They said and did whatever they could so that each little thing would then be good and clear, both at home and all over the world. They knew that it was very important to use just a few short words because most of the long ones were too hard. The only other thing
Ashok Surti.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's 4-2. Okay, the last one.
M is the only known
Rajesh.
Good job.
But to make you one more question, you,
Oh,
you
no.
have you have another chance. Okay.
Okay.
So this is a visual round. Okay, and I'm going to show you two pictures.
Okay.
All right, and you have to identify the picture. Okay. So the first one, you have to identify the location. Medicine location.
Yeah, this is
Nayani.
mine. And I'm wrong, of course.
You didn't press the buzzer.
So where's the second? You're talking of identify Anurag and the location.
No, just the location.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, and you have to identify this app.
There's a fish.
Yeah, this is the fish. Sorry.
Who do I give this to?
No, it's ladies first. So you have to, so you have to, you know.
Okay, so hands down we have a winner, and that is Kranti Munje.
Thank you.
Very congratulations, many congratulations, and well done today.
Thank you.
So, you know, we have to have a hamper, right? So here we are. We have the Medusint hamper for you, Krati.
It's for both of us, right?
No, I have one for the ladies.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
So we can't have only one hamper. So we have another one for the runner-up.
Oh, thank you. That's very floral.
See, we are preparing you for that question.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just thinking back now. You're
Yeah,
right.
this, you know what if you were
Yeah,
a woman,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but well played, both of you. Thank you so much for this round, and that brings us to the end of this coffee conversation, big coffee conversation, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'm sure the viewers definitely enjoyed it. Anything that you would like to say before we end the session or the episode today? Any message to the people, Medusinites?
Sure. I think thank you for having us over because we enjoyed it too. Thoroughly enjoyed it. You've been a great host, and all the efforts that you're putting in as a team, I think it's wonderful. I've enjoyed seeing the one you released earlier. And Medicine, we are a great team. We have a long way to go, and thank you so much for being a part of it. And I look forward to many years together. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for having us here.
You're most
Yeah,
welcome.
you have been a wonderful host.
Thank you.
And for Team Medicine, we are a fantastic team. And I think the way Dhiren and I have enjoyed our journey together, I want all of us to enjoy our journey in medicine together.
Definitely. On behalf of the BCC team, we would like to thank you both for taking time out and giving us this amazing coffee conversation. And I hope that we have a lot more conversations like this. And I hope you both enjoyed.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
absolutely.
you very much.
And I hope those short glasses never come back.